Alright, in right triangle ABC, angle C is the right angle, segment AC is the length of AC is equal to 11 feet, the length of BC is equal to 6 feet, the measure of angle A is equal to 27 degrees, and segment CD is the height. What is the length of segment AD? And what is the area of triangle CAD? Okay, round your answers to the nearest tenth. Select one answer choice from each question. Alright. So it wants to know the area of triangle C to A to D. And notice that we have side length AC, which is 11. We have the angle A, which is 27 degrees. It is asking us to find the length of AD right here. And then to find the area of the triangle. So let's find our length of segment AD. Since it's a right triangle, we could use trig functions. We could use Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem requires two side lengths in the same triangle. We only have this 11 measurement right here. We don't have the length of CD, and we do not have the length of AD. So Pythagorean theorem is out of the table, so we are left with our trig functions. So the angle we are given is angle A, which is 27 degrees, so we're going to label our triangle according to this 27 degree as our perspective. So the side length straight across from our angle is the opposite side length, and the side length that is across from the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. And side length AD, because it is the side length that is also touching the angle and is not the hypotenuse, it is the adjacent side length. So we are wanting to solve for the side length of AD. So it is our adjacent side, and we have 11, which is our hypotenuse side. So I'm going to look at one of these, which has the adjacent and the hypotenuse in its ratio. This one's opposite in hypotenuse, so it has one of them but not the adjacent. This one's adjacent divided by the hypotenuse, so it has both. So I'm going to use cosine of our angle. So we have cosine of our angle 27 degrees. So cosine of 27 degrees is equal to the adjacent side length, which I'm going to leave as A, divided by our hypotenuse, which has the length of 11. Now I want to solve for little a, which is the adjacent side length, and it's being divided by 11. I know the inverse operation to division is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 11. So 11 cosine of 27 is what we will end up with on our left-hand side. And that's going to equal, well, 11 divided by 11 will reduce down to 1. So we would be left with 1a, which is more commonly just written as a. It is implied. So let's jump over to our symbol lab and type in 11 cosine of 27. And when I do that, it says solving 11 cosine of 27 degrees. That is what we want to solve it. It says it's 9.801. And I'm not going to round it right now because I've got to use it in our area of a triangle. So the A is equal to 9.801 is what I believe. What was the other decimal? 80107. 07. So I'm going to just write out however many decimals that gave me. And now it wants to know what is the area of triangle CAD. Well, I could solve for segment CD because that is perpendicular to a base right here, which is segment AD, or I could use our new formula. And I kind of just want to jump back really fast to the previous question and make some connections, what little c is and what little b is. So just notice that little c was the side length that was attached to our angle sine of A. That was used for sine. So sine of A and little c was attached to that. And then little b was also attached to our angle right there. So we have an angle, it's like a crocodile mouth. We have an angle and its upper jaw and its lower jaw. And that's what the side lengths we use when we use the sine in our area for a triangle. So when we go back to this, if we notice, we had our angle, we had the lower jaw, which was 11th, and it just barely had us find that upper jaw, which is side length AD, which had the length of 9.80107. So now we can actually use this formula. So it's 1/2 times the lower jaw, which was 11, times the upper jaw, which was 9.80107, times the sine of our angle, and our angle was 27 degrees. So I'm going to copy this whole thing into our symbol lab calculator right here. And again, make sure that it's solving for sine of 27 degrees. So this comes out to be 24.47, and it says to round your answer to the nearest tenth. So this 7 right here would round that 4 up to a 5, and so we would have 24.5 feet squared. That it would be for question B. And again, for question A, it was 9.8 feet, rounded to the nearest tenth right there. And so make sure you have your answer for question A and for question B.